As our international projects moved along, they were all focused on health, literacy, education, and happiness of women and children, whether it was a well in Africa or a wonderful AIDS project in Edzimkulu in southern Africa. I got involved with Edzimkulu just after I left the university and was encouraged by friends at the club to seek out this little charity in South Africa called Edzimkulu and to find a Rotary Club that we could be connected with. So within a month, middle of February 2005, I was off. I met Jim and Chris Newton, who were working in a little village in South Africa called Ndawana. And they responded to a letter that was written in a local newspaper by Zanelli Mkhwanazi, who had expressed sincere concern about her inability to make a difference in her community. And she was really seeking help in some way by writing a letter to the editor. Jim and Chris acted on that letter. They went to that village, which was about 45 minutes away from their village, away from where they were living. And they found Zanelli, they met the chief, and within days they had a place with which they could begin what has become their life's work since late 2003, where they are working for children of AIDS. We were able to send money over for school uniforms and supplies, training supplies, so that the women could be trained in HIV/AIDS. But at the same time, our club and Edmonton West began to collect 12 tons of medical supplies and sports equipment and gardening tools and crafts and school supplies and new clothing, sweaters, hand knit sweaters, etc., bicycles, that would be shared between the two clubs. So again, it was an opportunity with two clubs working together. This past year, we had a devastating fire, and within 40 minutes, all our facilities were burnt. Every piece of equipment, everything went up in flames. We were able to raise enough money for a trailer so that we could be treating patients within days of the fire. And now over this next year, we're working towards raising money so that we can rebuild the clinic. And I think one of the really neat things about all of this is it is our plan in 2012 to be able to hand over the keys to the clinic to the people in the community and to the Department of Health to say, this is yours now, that we've gone from aid to development to sustainability. We have gone from working in a village of 4,000 to taking our people who have been trained, now working in a health district of 400,000, training other non-governmental organizations in the whole area of community health and community mobilization. And we've been recognized on 3 separate occasions by the government of South Africa for best practice in community health in a rural setting, and just recently by UNICEF. So I think we can feel very proud as a club.
One of the very exciting things that we're working on for our future is to work towards peace projects. And we've got a number of things on the go, and it's through these peace projects that we think we're going to have a big impact on the work that is being done by our district and the work that is being done by Rotary International.
I was approached by Becker and Wendy Andrews about the possibility of developing a peace program at the University of Alberta. And I was very impressed by the fact that there was such a great vision of transformation among members of the Rotary Club here in Edmonton. And they wanted to see us develop a program at the university that would help countries that are currently in conflict be transformed to sustainable peace countries. So I wanted to be part of this, and I was very enthusiastic about embracing their idea. And we had a wonderful meeting with Carl Simonson, another Rotarian, as well as Wilf Wilkinson, who represents Rotary International in Chicago. We met here in Edmonton to discuss the possibility, and I'm delighted to be part of that, perhaps a future of having a Rotary International Club here at the University, our Rotary International Center here at the University of Alberta in Edmonton.
And the end point for us was just be strong as a group, and really change the community that we live in. And here we are, 20 years later, having a club with a wonderful demographic from the age of 25 up to some number up there. So it's happening, and the young people that are coming in, they have the same characteristics, the same desire to change a few things to make Rotary International a more current, more vibrant, more relevant thing to our community.
I had one thing in common with Vi that not a lot of other folks in this world do, in that we're both charter presidents. And one of the tasks I undertook on behalf of the Glenora Rotary Club was fostering the White Avenue Rotary Club, which I'm very happy to say we chartered a couple weeks ago. And I had alluded to this, or I mentioned it specifically at the charter night. The reason why I was able to put in a year through good times and bad to get this done is I did not want to let Glenora down. I feel responsibility and accountability to that club and a sense of honor.
I think what has happened, the people who have joined the club, now it's people rather than men or women, know the culture of the club and therefore only agree to becoming part of it if they're comfortable with the culture.
Our formula for success is due to the quality of the membership and the enthusiasm of everyone every day, and that positive can-do attitude.
Years. It's amazing as one thinks back on the experience of Rotary to find where we started as a club to where we are now.
Again, today we have such a wonderful group of young women in the club and a few neat young guys as well.
Because people keep saying when they come in, oh, it's really different from most other clubs.
It is different than the other clubs I've been to. And I don't know if it was because it was started by women. I don't know what the reason is, but it's different.
What I like about this club is the can-do attitude that seems to just permeate through all of its members. When we want to get something done, we get it done. We push, we get behind it, and we get her done.
And I thought, Doisy, these guys have got it all lined up here. This is actually really good.